Hello, this is Alicia. I'm coming to you with my 17-week update out from vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, which I had on January 29th, 2014 at the Ohio State University Medical Center. So, not a whole lot new this week, just updating. It's the end of the month, so it's time to find out if I met my goals for the month that I set earlier in the month. But I'll start with my numbers. Week 15, I was at 289.6. Week 16, I was at 287.5. And this week, I was at 283.8. For a total weight loss of 79.2 pounds and a weight loss since surgery of 54.3. So my goals for the month of May were to try a new form of cardio, engage in a social activity with people I don't know to try to help me come out of my shell, and engage in my monthly weight loss surgery support group. So the social activity, I don't know if this is cheating a little bit, but I did engage in a social activity. I went to the alumni chapter of my sorority. I went to a meeting last weekend. Didn't know anybody there. I wasn't invited. I just went as a visitor, and it was a very pleasant experience. I met a lot of new people, and I'm definitely probably going to join that chapter to kind of broaden my social horizons. The other thing was to try a new form of cardio. So basically I've just been doing the treadmill and the elliptical. So I added boxing to my workout, and I enjoy, well, I won't say I enjoy it because I don't like working out, but it's a nice change of pace. So that's good, and I feel strong when I'm punching. So I kind of like throwing that in there. And then I also added incline to the treadmill. So I had been working on just building up my speed and endurance on the treadmill, but hadn't really added any higher level of difficulty. And the fitness club that I work out at does a physical fitness assessment every 6 weeks. So I had my first one, well, my second one. I had the one when I initially started, and then I had the one last week, and it went very well. I improved in all areas. So I felt good about that. One I would have liked to improve more in was my cardiovascular fitness, which surprisingly was actually really good. I am actually in the above average category. And so basically what you do is you do a strenuous activity for a certain amount of time, and then they check your heart rate once that activity is complete. And my heart rate doesn't really climb really super duper high. So at least based on that standard, my cardiovascular health is pretty good. So I didn't have a whole lot of, from a test standpoint, an improvement to make on that. I did make some, but I would have liked to have had more. So I started adding incline to my treadmill workout, and whew, that's hard. So I do it for, however long I'm walking, and I generally increase the incline as I go. So I feel good about it. It's kind of just raised my cardio workout to another level, and I'm definitely feeling myself pushing harder. So that's good. So the final thing was to attend or to speak up in my support group. So I've been going to the support group meeting for 6 months now. I started going before I had surgery. And I've never done anything more than introduce myself. So tonight I went, and my plan was to talk a little bit about this journey and my goal for myself, and the reason why this is something that I wanted to do in terms of just being a little bit more vulnerable. And I am sad to say that I didn't do it. So the whole time during the meeting, I kept waiting for that opportunity to speak up, and there were plenty of opportunities, and my heart was pounding, and I'm like, okay, this is it. You're going to speak up. You're going to speak up. You're going to speak up. Talk about yourself. Tell these people who you are. And I didn't do it. So I'm struggling with that, and I don't know why it's so hard, because I don't know if it's exposing who I am. I don't know if it's the idea of opening myself up for judgment. I mean, I don't have a difficult time speaking in front of groups. I don't have a difficult time with asserting myself in a work environment, or even if I'm in a forced kind of social situation where I have to engage with other people or whatever. But I just don't know why it was so hard for me tonight. And the whole time I'm just thinking, Alicia, speak up. Alicia, tell them who you are. Tell them what you're doing. Try to make a connection with these people. And I didn't do it. So I'm utterly frustrated by that, because I had every intention of doing so. And I'm disappointed in myself, because I know in order to grow, I have to do things that are uncomfortable. And the thing that in my goals for the month, this was going to be the most uncomfortable thing for me to do, and I didn't do it. So, but I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to continue on. Next month is another opportunity. So it goes back on the list. Next month as a support group, my plan is to open up and speak up and talk about myself and who I am. So that goes back on the list for June. And then my other goal for June is to do a 5K. I'm not at the point where I'm running, but I'm a pretty fast walker. So interestingly enough, who would have ever thought this? I have inspired my core group of friends to just kind of get on the healthier bandwagon. I mean, one, he was pretty healthy, and then another, he's been picking up weight and has wanted to lose weight and has gone off and on. So I don't know if I was if it is for him, moving forward, but I think certainly it's easier if we're all kind of just doing what we want, eating what we want, and not working out. So when other people in the group start to do that, you start, I think, to feel the motivation to get on track yourself. So, and then, my other friends. So I told them, I said, well, let's do a 5K. So I couldn't believe it when they said, sure, let's go for it. So we're going to do the Neon Dash. It's a nighttime event next weekend. So I'm this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. I think, it's a kind of a fun event. I think I said it's a nighttime. And it's kind of a less pressure kind of a situation. It's really just to have a good time and get a little exercise in the process. So that's really good. I don't know if I'm going to have a third goal for the month. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to go to another sorority meeting. There are 2 chapters in this area, so I'm going to go to the other one so I can decide which chapter I want to join. So that's kind of something. I mean, that's engaging in another social activity with people I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. And I think that is it. Oh, my NSV. So I had a couple of NSVs that I wanted to just put on record. One is the clothes in my closet. So there is absolutely, positively nothing in my closet. I have a lot of clothes. There's nothing in my closet that I cannot wear. And I don't know that has ever happened to me. I've always had clothes in various sizes. And there's always been a section of the closet that is either uncomfortable or I don't really even try because I know I'm not going to be able to wear it. And so every week I'm having to pull stuff out of rotation, which is not the greatest because it's just a crime to see, you know, all the clothes that I'm giving away and donating. So, but you know, all water under the bridge. I mean, it is what it is. It's a small price to pay, and I'll happily pay it. So, the other NSV is last week I went to see a play, Book of Mormon, and the last time I went to that theater, I think I went to see like The Color Purple or something. But the last time I went to that theater, I recall being really uncomfortable in the seats. So I was squished in the seats. You know, obviously when you're larger, it's nice to be able to sit on the end because if you need to spill over, you can spill over into the aisle instead of spilling over into the person next to you. And I just remember I didn't have that option. So I was very conscious of that. I mean, I don't feel like it was excessive when I was with friends. So if I spilled over, it wasn't necessarily embarrassing because friends were on either side of me, and it wasn't like I was spilling over into other people that I don't know. So it wasn't horrible, but I was certainly conscious of it during the entire time. This time, I didn't even think about it. Had no issue. I was sitting next to somebody I didn't know, friend on one side, somebody, no problem whatsoever. I didn't feel like I was, you know, invading someone else's territory. It was just a nice feeling, and I don't know that I've had that in some time. So that was a nice NSV. All right, so that's it for me tonight. Bye.